A secret meeting about you ended, and someone walked out in tears. Archangel Michael says they gathered in the dark. The walls of that place had ears, but not enough to contain what was spoken. What happened inside that secret meeting could change your entire life. This was no ordinary discussion. It was planned days in advance in whispers and coded words. The purpose was you and only you. One of them came with the intention to defend you. Another was burning to destroy you completely. But no one expected what the truth would stir. As the hours passed, voices started to rise. Secrets about your name, your family, your blessings, your connections all poured onto the table like poison wine. Someone tried to silence it, but the damage had begun. A certain file was brought out. It contained evidence letters, photos, screenshots. Your name glowed under the spotlight like a secret that refused to stay hidden. It was not only about your past. It was about your future. The roles you were supposed to play. The places you were never meant to reach. Someone from your past made a shocking confession. One woman stood up, her face red, her hands trembling, her voice cracked as she revealed a betrayal too painful to bear. It was all about how someone close to you played a part in setting you up. People who pretended to be on your side were secretly exchanging notes against you, but the person who walked out in tears, they were not your enemy. They were the one who carried the weight of truth and couldn't handle it anymore. The meeting was meant to be quiet, but it ended with slamming doors and silence soaked in fear. Everyone left that room, knowing they had uncovered a storm. Some didn't know how deep your power really goes. They thought they could erase your name in private, but heaven heard what they said. Archangel Michael says, heaven has now begun to move things around you. Even if you are unaware, a spiritual courtroom has already responded. You are being repositioned for justice. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Their intention was to stop you from rising, but what they didn't realize is your destiny has fire in it. It cannot be extinguished with whispers behind your back. There was someone in the room with shaking hands. They had a message they were told not to reveal, but when your name came up, they broke down. They remembered everything you had done for them, the kindness you gave without asking for anything, and they couldn't hold the guilt anymore. So they told the truth, right there in front of everyone. Even those who planned to twist the story couldn't deny it. You were once the outcast, the one they thought would stay small, but today your name sits on documents and discussions of power. The person who walked out crying didn't just leave. They ran. They couldn't believe what they were part of. They were ashamed to have stayed silent for this long. Now the group is fractured. There are new sides forming. Some want to come clean and admit their mistakes. One person is trying to find you. They are writing you a message, but they haven't sent it yet. They fear you won't believe them. What they saw in that meeting shook their soul. Your name was almost erased from a blessing list, but someone fought for you. Type Amen to get blessing 444. That person is secretly trying to return something they once stole. It's not just material, it's emotional. Something that belonged to your spirit was taken. They didn't know how much you were worth until your name echoed in that chamber. They didn't know how chosen you really are. There was also a voice in the room that no one could see. A divine energy, invisible but present. It made sure no lie would last. That's why a sudden confession happened. Not because of guilt, but because heaven shook their tongue. Someone who never intended to speak exposed everything. The ones who wanted to harm you had already made plans. They thought they'd be safe under shadows. But now they're being watched. Someone from the meeting left quickly and made a call. That call was recorded. You are about to hear the voice of someone you trusted. You will not need to chase justice. It is already chasing you. And it is bringing blessings with your name printed in golden ink. They mocked your silence, but your silence was sacred. It built protection around you when you didn't know anyone was plotting. Type Amen to get blessing. 555. Archangel Michael says, "You are now being guarded by a fire no man can put out. What was said in that room is now being reversed in the spirit. The tears that person cried were not just for regret. They were for the years you wasted being loyal to the wrong people. But the time of payback has come, not with vengeance, but with truth undeniable and strong. Your truth will be heard across places you don't even know exist. They didn't expect the supernatural to intervene. They thought it would end in silence. But the Spirit interrupted their plots. An envelope was passed around. Inside was something meant to trap you, but heaven turned the trap into a testimony. One man dropped his head, unable to speak. His role in the plan was exposed unexpectedly. Now he wants to flee. Another woman clutched a photo of you, a photo used in wrong ways, but she suddenly tore it apart in front of the group. She whispered, "I'm done, I'm out, this is too far." She was the one who walked out crying. Type Amen to get blessing. 666. She wasn't your enemy. She was your silent protector, pretending to be one of them to gather information. Now she's on her way to find you. That secret meeting was supposed to ruin you, but instead it revealed how powerful your protection is. Now watch what happens. Your name will be cleared in places that were once filled with false stories. The group is being split. Those who spoke lies are now in confusion. Those who defended you are rising. You are about to receive a strange message. Anonymous, untraceable, but truthful. Read it, don't ignore it. They are watching you, but not from hate anymore, from fear. They fear what happens now that you know. The room where they met is now filled with silence and tension. Everyone is watching their steps. The game they played is falling apart. The one who walked out in tears will be the first to speak out publicly. And once they do, many more will follow. Type Amen to get blessing. 777. Your name will be cleansed. Your honor will be restored. Your path will shine again. This was more than just gossip. It was a spiritual case, and now heaven has ruled in your favor. The woman who defended you is now being isolated. But don't worry. Help is coming to her through an unexpected ally. Even now, someone is packing a letter. They've placed it in a silver envelope. Inside is something that proves your innocence. The man who started the plot is now under investigation, not just earthly, spiritual. He will face what he tried to avoid. You will not even have to lift your hand. Everything is being set in motion on your behalf. The moment you felt like you were being forgotten, that was the moment you were being prepared for recognition. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They are trying to cover their tracks, but it's too late. The sound of truth is already echoing louder than their lies. Your strength is shaking their confidence. Your peace is disturbing their guilt. Your survival is breaking their spell. Someone who walked away from you in the past is coming back. Not for love, for redemption. They want to return something they took. The tears from the meeting are not dry. The room still carries your name in the air. It will never be the same again. The spiritual energy around you is stronger than ever. Every step they take to destroy you now leads them to expose themselves. You're being prepared for a divine elevation, one that no secret meeting can stop. Archangel Michael says, "The shield around you is golden." Their plans have hit that shield and bounced back to them. The reason you were feeling heavy lately, it was their energy, but it's lifting. Heaven is lifting it right now. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You were not supposed to hear what happened. But now, not only do you hear, you will witness justice in full view. That person who cried, left a trail, follow it. It will lead you to something you never expected to find. You may receive a visit soon. Someone will stand in front of you and apologize without saying a word. Their eyes will say everything. Their posture will shake. They will remember what they did and regret it forever. Your destiny is returning stronger. Your gifts are being unblocked. Your name is being cleaned by divine order. They laughed too soon. Now their smiles are gone and your season has just begun. Type Amen to get blessing 1. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. They thought the story ended when the door shut behind her, but they didn't know her tears were not weakness. They were a warning that what was hidden wouldn't stay buried anymore. The hallway she walked through was dim, but her thoughts were burning. Every word she had heard inside that room kept replaying in her head. She knew she couldn't stay silent now. She stepped outside and looked at the sky. Something told her the heavens were watching. The air itself was different. It was waiting. She knew they would come after her. The others in that room had seen her cry, and they feared what her tears meant. Confession, exposure, the end of their schemes. She clutched her phone, her fingers trembling. She had screenshots, call logs, and one voice recording all centered around your name. She had kept it hidden for months, afraid, pressured, paid to stay silent. But what she saw today shifted her soul. She sat in her car, alone, staring at her reflection, and she whispered, "They need to know the truth about you was too sacred to destroy." She had once joined that group thinking they were right. They told her lies about you, things that made her question everything, but none of it was real. Today she saw how much they feared your rising, how badly they wanted to keep you small, how desperate they were to erase your light. She wasn't the only one who felt shaken. One of the men in the meeting nearly confessed too, but was cut off. They knew if one person spoke, the whole room would fall apart. Taipei men to get blessing 1.0. Now they are making calls, trying to silence everyone who was there, deleting messages, burning notes, rewriting timelines. But it's too late. Heaven has already witnessed what was done. A record has been made. You're already protected. You may notice strange behavior from people soon. Avoidance, sudden friendliness, nervous eyes. That's because they know you're about to find out. One person is debating whether to leave the country. They feel the spiritual consequences coming. Their actions have triggered something irreversible. Even those who weren't in the room are feeling it. The entire network around you is shifting. The truth cannot be buried anymore. And now someone from far away is dreaming about you. They have seen glimpses of what happened in visions, in sleep, in sudden messages. You're being revealed, even to strangers. That person who cried is now praying for you. She's asking heaven for mercy. She wants to see you rise again. Even if she can never face you, you will be contacted soon. A message, a knock, or a whisper. When it comes, don't hesitate. It's the beginning of restoration. The ones who mocked your silence are now the ones trembling because you weren't silent out of fear. You were silent because heaven was speaking on your behalf. And now it's your time. Your chapter is turning and their control over the story is breaking apart. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Someone tried to tamper with your past, tried to alter details about your story. But divine correction has begun. All the fake reports, the edited messages, the twisted words will now come undone. The lies will fall apart one by one. There is a divine record of every tear you cried, every night you wondered why people turned on you. Now you'll understand. They were threatened by your light. Your power has always been hidden behind storms, but storms don't last. The sky is clearing and your name is rising. The woman who cried has begun writing her side. A document is being created with everything she knows. It includes names, actions, dates, and the reason behind the plan. You will be stunned to read it. It will hurt and heal you at the same time. But it's necessary because after that, you'll understand why you were isolated, why things were delayed, why some people disappeared. It wasn't rejection. It was protection. God removed what would have buried you, and now you're rising from the silence they created. The one who first started the plot is now sick, spiritually weakened. They tried to tie your destiny down, and now their own is unraveling. Type Amen to get blessing. 1212. One of the documents passed around the table had a signature on it. Your signature forged. But someone noticed. That person who noticed it didn't say anything at first, but their conscience is now on fire. They're preparing to expose the forgery. This exposure won't be private, it's going public. The same way they try to humiliate you, the truth will humiliate them. You'll receive a message with 2 words, check email. That email will include something you never thought you'd see again. It will be proof that someone once blocked your opportunity, but that opportunity is being revived. A divine override is happening. The people who sat in that meeting have now created cracks among themselves. Distrust is growing. Blame is spreading. Fear is increasing. The spiritual mirror has turned on them. They are being forced to face the damage they caused, and some are running. One woman is having nightmares. She sees your face glowing with light. Every time she tries to sleep, your name echoes in her ears. She once hated you. Now she's praying for your peace. You've won a battle you didn't even know you were in. You weren't supposed to survive it, but you did. and now you will be rewarded for every betrayal endured in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. You'll hear from someone who once blocked your number. They'll call, but they won't know what to say. The guilt will speak louder than their words. They wanted you out of the picture because they saw what was coming for you. They saw the light on your path, and they were afraid, but they didn't understand. No matter who tries to dim it, what God places cannot be moved. You are no longer in the same spiritual position. That meeting marked the end of your delays. The path is now being cleared. You'll feel a shift in your dreams, in your body, in your space. That's not imagination, it's transformation. Archangel Michael says, "The sword of truth has been drawn. The enemies of your progress will now face divine accountability. The room where your name was shamed will now become the ground where your name is exalted. Everything that was recorded in secret will now be played in the open divine light. Does not miss anything. Type Amen to get blessing. 1414. That room where they once spoke about erasing you is now cursed with silence. No one wants to revisit what they heard that night. Every person who was present walked away carrying a different kind of burden. The energy has shifted. The plan they created is no longer protected. The darkness that held their secrets is crumbling under divine light. You are not supposed to be afraid. You are supposed to be ready, because what's coming towards you next will be the harvest of every truth that was hidden from your eyes. One man has tried to leave the country, but something always stops him. Delayed flights, missing documents, rejected approvals. It's not coincidence. It's intervention. He was the one who held the final piece, the one who had the power to stop the lies, but instead added to them. Now that power is being stripped from him. The woman who cried is watching everything unfold. She's still trembling, but now she's committed. She's speaking to someone close to you. That person will deliver the full truth soon. The shame she feels is overwhelming. She once called you names behind closed doors, but now she refers to you as the chosen. You are being spoken of in reverence. Even by those who once wished for your downfall, your endurance shocked them. One woman confessed that your name has been heavy on her chest. Every time she eats, sleeps, walks, she feels your presence. Because she knows what they did wasn't just wrong, it was evil. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. They took something sacred, your trust, your loyalty, and twisted it into a weapon. But the weapon is breaking in their hands. They plan to remove your blessings from your life. But instead, their hands now shake at the thought of your return. This story is shifting now from secret meeting to divine revelation, from betrayal to reward, from plotting to pleading. You will soon receive an anonymous gift. It will appear small, a letter, a token, a forgotten object, but its meaning will shatter you in the best way. That gift is the first apology. The first key to unlock the doors they tried to shut. You won't even have to guess where it came from. Your spirit will know, and when you touch it, you will feel the shift, the release, the forgiveness, not of them, but of yourself for staying silent too long. One of your blessings is being returned. It had been detained, blocked, hidden in legal systems and fake friendships, but heaven is retrieving it now. The angel assigned to you has been given permission to speak in dreams. Someone will confess soon. not just with words, but with trembling tears. Archangel Michael says, "What was whispered in dark rooms will now be shouted in the halls of justice. What was broken, and you will now be honored." Type Amen to get blessing 1616. They had written your name in a document filled with lies. They signed it, stamped it, and smiled, thinking it was done. But heaven erased the signature. Your name is no longer tied to their mess. It's been rewritten in gold. Someone is trying to break away from that group now. They're afraid to speak publicly, but they're collecting proof slowly, carefully, secretly. You may find a flash drive, a folder, a printed photo. Something will come to you by surprise, but it was planned in heaven. That one piece will tie everything together. It will show how far they went to hide your light, but it will also show how impossible it is to destroy what is divine. The energy around your house is shifting. Your space is being cleared spiritually. Strange fatigue will lift. A new calm is coming. The woman who cried will send her confession through someone you least expect. It may come through a child, a neighbor, a quiet friend. She is scared, but she's also guided. She knows that this isn't just about you, it's about healing what was broken. The people who watched you suffer are now watching you rise. They may not admit it, but they're witnessing your transformation in real time. The one who first planted the idea of betrayal is losing their voice. Literally, words don't come easily now. That's divine correction. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. He tried to rewrite your path. Now his own path is filled with obstacles. He can't sleep. He can't eat in peace. His heart is restless. They see you glowing, and it terrifies them because they now know what they fought against was something sent by heaven. You will notice more people reaching out soon, some from the past, others you don't even remember. They all have one thing in common. Regret, don't let it shake you. Don't be pulled back into old wounds. You are now standing at the beginning of your divine recovery. They had laughed at your silence, but they didn't know silence is where the angels work best. Now every step you take is being directed by unseen hands. You may even receive a job offer, a platform, or an invitation that feels too sudden. It's not. It's divine replacement for what was stolen. Their plan backfired. Their words turned against them. And your truth is rising like morning light that cannot be ignored. One person who was silent in the meeting is now preparing to come forward. And when they do, it will be undeniable. Every lie exposed, Archangel Michael says, your light cannot be hidden anymore. You are protected by legions. Every plot has been reversed. Type Amen to get blessing. 1818. You were spoken of with jealousy, but now you are spoken of with awe. The shift has begun spiritually and physically. They tried to keep your name out of rooms of power, but now your name is the topic in rooms they don't even have access to. What they meant for destruction has become your stage, and the audience is watching your story unfold with amazement. They expected you to break, but you've risen, and now they are breaking one by one. That woman who cried, she was the key. Her tears unlocked a spiritual chain, and now blessings are flooding through the cracks. Expect sudden favor, unexpected contact, divine acceleration, all tied to the moment that secret meeting fell apart. You are not walking into your next season alone. An army is with you, even the wind is blowing in your favor. The rooms where your name was dishonored will now echo with your success. They will remember your strength, your peace, your power. They wanted to destroy your confidence, but instead, they revealed their weakness. And now you walk in clarity. You were never the victim. You were the vessel. And now you are the voice type. Amen to get blessing. 1919 Folded Hands. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20 folded hands.